to the Cooper Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From Monte Vista to the Cooper Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. That's it. Good night.
Gross Morn National Park Greenpoint campground last night, and much to our love, we were in the trees, so we were broken from the wind. So, and it was nice to have an evening where the trailer wasn't rocking from all the wind.
Oh yeah, it was nice and calm.
Yeah, so and we had
Maybe that's why I couldn't sleep that well.
maybe you weren't rocked to sleep.
I wasn't rocked to sleep.
So then we took we had burgers for dinner, which was awesome. Thank you very much, sweetie, on our outdoor grill.
The grill.
And then we took the dogs for a nice walk on a trail that starts actually at Greenpoint, and it's called the Coastal Trail. And it's right along the ocean, but it went through some tuckamore tree forests, and there's these little brackish lakes. It was just a really nice way to end the evening, get a bit of exercise, wear the dogs out a little bit because they're going to be on their own for a few hours today while we do this, because dogs aren't allowed on the boat. But here we are, we're getting closer and closer. There's 4 meters of peat deep built up here over the last 9,000 years. That is a lot of peat. We just left the most beautiful view farm I've ever seen in my life, and you'll see the video or you can see pictures on our Facebook page. It was a harvest host we stayed. I didn't even get the name of the couple. Couple about our age who started 5 years ago when we did. They have a much bigger farm. They're leasing, I think, 26 acres, and right now they're growing on 3 acres and expanding. You know, different world, different market, different growing season. They have a very, very short growing season, and like they won't have tomatoes till August, and they're done by September, sometimes October, and
And the winds,
yeah, the winds.
he said, can reach up to 200 kilometers an hour. It's just insane. They lost both of the plastics off top of their greenhouses that they have this past winter.
They don't get wind warnings till it's 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So friends on Vancouver Island, we're a bunch of wusses compared to these guys.
Oh
These
my
guys
God.
are hardy. I just can't believe it. Lovely couple. Turns out the wife and I were both grew up in Brampton, which is kind of interesting. And the gentleman, he was from here, was in Ontario, and they moved back together with their kids, some of their kids. So very a lot of similarities. Working hard farmers. They said, "How do you get to go for vacation?" And we told them how we put the farm to bed for a year. But there aren't many other growers around here, and in fact, there's only one other farm, and it's a really small one. So they can command whatever they want. That's reasonable, obviously. The restaurants buy from them a whole bunch. They sell a bunch. Like they sell everything they grow. I'm just going to show you the view here because it's gorgeous. We're coming into the Tablelands, and the backdrop of their farm is the Tableland Mountains. We came down, we just couldn't believe this. The views were just stunning. Challenges too, but just doesn't seem to be the same extent. So hats off to you guys at Grossmore Farm and Market for building a farm in 5 years and supplying the area that just doesn't. It's a food desert here to some degree. There are just no fresh vegetables. They were saying some of the restaurants, when they get the veggies delivered, like lettuce, they have to throw half of it out because it's gone bad because the travel to get here is just too long. So they're providing a vital service. They do a CSA for people here, but it doesn't start till July because of their short season. And being vegans, we've really noticed that it's challenging to find fresh produce here on an ongoing basis in June. It's quite amazing, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
been quite startled.
But their property is at the foot of the Tablelands Mountains near Norris Point, and just blown away. I would have no problem working there, pulling weeds every day with that view, that's for sure. So we just finished going up the Tablelands trail. We're just coming back now. It's not a loop, you kind of have to backtrack back. And we were in the valley, and it was quite breezy. I couldn't keep my hat on. It was really hard, but it was absolutely beautiful, very windy. Now this feels super balmy where we're walking, coming back, but it was a very cool trail. The area is just amazing. It's one of the few places on Earth where the Earth's mantle is exposed, and the rock is periodite, and it is orange, as you can see, and it doesn't have a lot of, it's got the same minerals that the rocks does as the crust, except it's got it in a lot different amounts. So as a result, plant life that's up here hasn't adapted to it and doesn't grow. So plant life that you see here is from has been brought in either by glaciers, or as you can see on the trail, this used to be the road to Trout River, and it was just from bringing in the earth and whatever, gravel, to build the road. So there's some native things that obviously sea flies in and that kind of stuff, but the views have been great. Dogs are allowed on this trail, so the dogs came. They were super well behaved. It was quite busy, but we learned about the flora, the plants that do grow here, kind of an alpine, Arctic kind of genre, same as Burnt Cape Ecological Reserve, which was also quite barren and windy. So there's a theme here for these places in Newfoundland. But I think this is the last one. I think now we go to outports and beaches and fishing villages and the like. But this has been a really cool trail. And the self-guide was good. It helped teach us different things. Some of the junipers that you see on the ground there are hundreds of years old. They just grow super slow here. It's a great place to think about how small and short our time on Earth is, and what that means and what we mean, and thousands of years how this will look, and just a little blip in the timeline of Earth. So it's important to make the most of it and enjoy what you enjoy while you're here. So Don,
Yes.
where are we heading?
We're going to
Dildo.
Dildo.
Dildo Provincial Park.
Dildo.
You did that just so I'd say
Dildo.
Yes, but you like saying it.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
It's yucky.
You wanted me to book this just because of the name.
Yes, I did.
Dildo Run Provincial Park. We're heading there. It is near Twillingate, which is where the icebergs are.
More icebergs.
Yay, more icebergs. Hopefully seeing some up front, like up close on the shoreline.
Personal.
Up close and personal rather than on a boat, because we know Don doesn't always do so good.
I do okay with the last boat.
The last boat you was
two
good.
boats.
The last boat you were good.
The last two boats I've been
It's
flying.
when it's little and on the ocean.
Well, and there was a 10-foot rolling sea.
There is that. There wasn't that day we went. That was on the ferry. Ferry was rocking, boy. Anyway, so we're heading there. We booked into 2 days of.
The sea was angry that day, my friends. I'm not done with the sea.
He's going to have the win on that. So we're staying at the provincial park because Twillingate, we hear, is a little crazy with people. They were shooting a Netflix film there, and just everybody's glomming there to see the icebergs. So it's we thought we'd be a little bit out of town, and then we can unhook the trailer and just drive into town and have a look around. There is a trail I want to do there. It's called Nanny's Hole. and Dildo Run, it is near the town of Virgin Arm.
Naturally.
You gotta hand it to the Newfies. They choose the names that are very good for marketing. I just love it. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Gonna do some hiking at Nanny's Hole and walk around Twillingate. Hopefully gonna get in. I got a phone and see if we can get in at the dinner theater that they have. Our friends have been there and said it was worth it. A good thing to do. So we're gonna try and get in there and hopefully do some boondocking around the area there. And after that, maybe go to Fogo Island. So lots to do. It is 7 degrees and rainy here. We're kind of done with this weather, but the next few days is supposed to be nice, around 15, 16 and sunny. So I was thinking that we've only had our camp chairs out one day, which was back on Wabash Lake in Labrador City. So it would be nice to be able to just sit out and relax and knit and read and maybe have a little nap by the water, but we'll see.
So now the topic of the day. We got to talk about poop.
Oh, yeah.
So for the last couple of weeks, the seal on the bottom of the toilet has been not sealing.
And why is it not sealing?
I don't know. Bad rubber, or just it got scratched or something like that.
I think it got scratched when we were using sticks to stick down the poop because we had a poop
I was
pyramid.
thinking that too. But the truth of the matter is that we haven't really been able to do anything about it until we got to Grand Falls. And I spied an RV place, and they had parts, and I went in and I said, do you have this part, the seal for this toilet? And they said, yes, we do. I said, great. And then she told me how much it was. And at this point, we've been smelling the sweetie for a couple of weeks. And so they really have got you, because there's almost no price you'd be willing to pay
to not have to
smell that. So
especially with his poop.
So it turned her poop. So it turns out that that was an $82 seal. Took about 5 minutes to change, and thankfully I still have a bit of a cold and whatnot, so I couldn't smell anything really. So that all worked out for the best. And
I think it took 2 seconds for me to say that was a good buy.
Yeah, that was a good buy. That was a good buy.
I don't mind.
If I had told her it was $200, it was a good buy.
Yeah.
So anyway, the upshot of it is I have installed the new one. It looks like it's sealing good now. I inspected the old one and I've saved it because I think that this is probably a critical piece of equipment. And when I looked it over, it didn't look to have any issue. Like, I don't know why it's not sealing. Other than I think maybe COVID material, right? Maybe it's just off spec a little bit, not quite flexible enough. But anyway, so now the inside of the camper doesn't smell like well,
Dog's
some of
poop.
them roadside stops that we've all made.
Dog's poop.
Who does that to a roadside stop? Like, what was wrong with you?
It smells like a biffy. It smells like a biffy. That's exactly what it smells like in our trailer for the last 2 weeks. So
well,
not
all the time.
Not all the time. When we had the door closed and the
vent
fan on
Yeah.
inside the bathroom, then we were okay.
Yeah.
But
so activities of daily living, as my nursing friends like to say, ADLs. I didn't think that the discussion of poop management would occupy so much of my time.
But it has.
It really has.
Yeah. So on a final note, there's a big shout out to our daughter-in-law Asia. It's her graduation day today at University of Alberta, and we are so proud of you, girl, and just hope that it's a wonderful day and you're basking in the celebration and honor, because you worked your butt off for this. It's a degree in kinesiology, which is freaking hard, and you got great marks, and you are going places, and we wish we were there. We will watch it on YouTube, but congratulations.
Congratulations, and with some clever editing, I'll make sure that the accolades don't follow the poop discussion. Because really, you're more important than the poop, I promise you.
This is true. You are. Oh, there's icebergs over there. No icebergs over here. But sure is pretty.
Sure.
We said going to see icebergs.
I don't think they know how to leave.
Yes, they do.
I don't think.
There's a tour going around the iceberg, and there's lots of people here looking at it, but not as many as I would have thought. And it's freaking amazing. It is as closer than we got on the boat.
I think it is.
So we're just down on a cove in Twillingate, and we are just looking at a little iceberg. It's pretty big, and there's not just the one, there's lots of pieces. But this little area here, there's lots of people here. Everybody's iceberg hunting. Not too many people, it's kind of like 5 at a time. But this is just a gorgeous cove. Like, notwithstanding the beautiful iceberg, it is a beautiful, beautiful cove. You see the fishing huts. And then there's another iceberg. That's a good sized one as well. And lots of pieces. So people here seem to be very kind to let us invade their road. For the time being that the icebergs are here, they must be sick of us. But anyways, there's like, let's see how many pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the big guy. And I know that it has come down since it first was here because I saw some video footage, but it's not going to come down anything today because it's like only about 5 degrees here. It's super cold. It's going to warm up, so it will start disintegrating, but for now it's just something to look at beautifully. Next time on Travel Bugs 2020.
We're standing here at the edge of the island of Twillingate in what appears to be a rocky outcliff. Barren, lifeless. I can understand why they call it Nanny's Hole.